Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to War Thunder. So in today's video I have three tank simulator battles for you in the King Tiger, or basically the Tiger 2P. Now the Tiger 2P is the lower BR, the lower rating tiered version of the two Tiger 2s that is currently in War Thunder. Actually there's three Tiger 2s in War Thunder. Now Tiger 2P, or the P stands for Porsche, was the first prototype or the first series of produced Tiger 2s, King Tigers, that came with the Porsche turret. Now basically the difference between the Tiger 2P and the Tiger 2H is that the Tiger 2H, the Henschel version, has a much stronger turret. The turret that Henschel ended up designing for the King Tiger was a lot better, a lot more armored. So here we are on the Berlin map. So I have, as I said, I have three matches for you guys today in today's video. All three are on separate maps, and I've saved the best for last. So if you guys want to see that, stick around. It'll be the last match that we have a look at. So at the moment I'm just trying to peek out and have a look for enemies. Now as I said, this is simulator battles, it's not realistic or arcade, so you have to be really careful. It's a lot more different from realistic or arcade. Now the King Tiger has the long barreled 88mm. It's a very, very powerful gun. It packs quite a lot of knockout punch. The later version of King Tiger has 105mm, but I believe that that's sort of a fantasy kind of tank and didn't really exist. Now we can see that stuff is being attacked, and there we go. I can see the turret of a T-44. I take a shot, but somehow it bounces. I don't know how that round bounced, guys, to be honest. That should have knocked out that T-44. So yeah, that bounced. So we can see a friendly Panther II, and there's that T-44. I believe it's a T-44-100, and we just bounced another round from another enemy somewhere down here. And there we go, I can see him. It's an Su-100 P, something like that. It's an open turreted tank destroyer, Soviet tank destroyer. Now, when you have a look at that intersection just right in front of me, to the immediate left, you can get eyes on the enemy flag, as well as the enemy respawn route. So that's what I was hoping to do, but except seems to be a lot of enemies here. And there we go, we bounce another round from the Su-100P. I'm not sure if it's what it's called, but it's an open top tank destroyer. So that's a Panther II. Okay, so they got rid of the T-44-100. That's a Jagdpanther, and he's being set on fire. He's being set on fire by the Su-100 that we shot, and we just took out his gunner or something like that. Now the King Tigers, or the Tiger 2s, are very very heavy. They're quite heavy and they don't maneuver so well, so you have to take that into account as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a marker down to try and let that Panther II know that there's an Su-100. Oh, he got attacked from the air. Yeah, he's on fire. You can see that Panther II is burning. The threat of air attack is quite credible in simulator battles, but however I am almost 100% happy with getting knocked out by an airstrike in simulator battles, because as the name applies, it's simulator battles, so it's simulator battles for the actual planes as well. So like they're actually flying a plane just like you would in IL-2. So it's actually quite a lot of work for them. It is an easy mode, like realistic battles. And then now we can see that an Su-100 knocked out a Ho-Ri production to our right. So somewhere behind us to the right, there's a T-44-100. Now that I can't go after any of these targets. As soon as I move, okay, we just got attacked. Here we go. Su-100P. So we knocked him out. Now I want to turn around and engage the T-44, and there he is. It's too late for that. I kind of was stuck there. I couldn't have moved back. I couldn't have moved forward. So either one of them would have been able to get me. So let's go to the next battle. Okay, guys. So welcome to the port map. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a port map. Something port. Basically, it's a giant port town. So yeah, again, simulated battles. Now what I want to do, as I said, the Tiger II doesn't have the best maneuverability, so I want to pick somewhere where I have eyes across the bay. If you can see that sort of like that sort of pier, I want to get there and try and get eyes across the other side of the ocean, across the harbor. So basically, I can you know, have eyes on their tanks as they move in. And maybe I can get some eyes in the middle of the map as well. Whoop, there we go. Shot came in. Did you guys see that? So maybe I can position myself near these train wagons. I'm trying to spot. Normally this is what I do. I try and measure the distance and try and set up early. So I generally have an idea how far away the targets will be. Now I gotta watch that side as well, to the right, because they can flank to the right from that side of the harbor, and they can shoot me. And there we go. We can see something shooting something over there. Need to keep an eye on this side as well, to the right. But the best ways to spot an enemy is with the dust that kicks up with the firing of the gun. There we go. I can see someone, but I can barely see them with the binocular periscope, so I don't think I'm going to be able to shoot. And there we go. He just shot. You see that dust kicking up? I just take a speculative shot just to, you know, put them unnoticed. Basically, to let them know that they don't have freedom of movement. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get a shot at them. Now my plan is to get to that house. And then try and sort of work from there to get eyes on that stretch of road all the way around the harbor. Now here I'm going to do a very famous move. Basically, this is in the gaming world, this is known as side scraping. I'm not sure if this is a real actual technique, but it works in the game. So this is basically side scraping, where you're actually showing the highest amount of angled side armor to the enemy. I guess it works with older tanks, but not with the more modern tanks. I'm trying to get eyes on this whole area, see if we can spot anyone. And it doesn't look like it. But just because you don't see anyone, that doesn't mean that there's no one there. There we go. There was a shot. Now as soon as you see a bit of dust kicking up, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's an enemy. You have to double check, as it is simulated battles, so you could hit a friendly. Now we can see someone shooting with their machine gun at something, and there it is. It's an amphibious tank. So this has to be a PT-76. Yes, there we go. We got him. And oh, There we go. We got knocked out as well. Now, who hit me? SU-100P. Another SU-100P. Now, the thing is, the sad thing is that we actually managed to bounce around with the front of the turret, but then it bounced back into the hole as basically a shot trap. Okay, guys, so welcome to the last battle in today's video. So, in my opinion, this was the most fun battle that I had with the Tiger 2P. This is on the desert map. Now, the desert maps are my absolute favorite for tank battles. Tanks, as you might be aware or you might not be aware, depending on how much you've read about history and military history and stuff like that, tanks are not really designed to fight in cities, in streets, in build-up areas. Tanks fight in environments like this. The desert environment, the sand dunes are absolutely perfect for tank battles. You know, the open steppes of Russia, like the Prokhorovka, kind of the Kursk battles and stuff like that. If you look at the Prokhorovka map in War Thunder, that in my opinion is one of the best maps for tank combat. It's quite enjoyable. Nonetheless, I absolutely love the desert maps as well. So in this game mode, we have to we can either protect our objective or move on the enemy objective. Now, being that I'm in a Tiger 2 that is slow and very heavy and not very fast, it's probably the best idea for me is to hang around our cap point and try and protect it. Use my armor, use my firepower to try and protect the A point. Now, this map is huge, guys. Massive, massive map. It will take you a long time to move around. So you need to be quite selective as to where you put your tank. Now, objective A is smack bang in the middle of a river. My plan originally was to cross the river and get on the other side of the town and maybe try and get onto the opposite hills to try and basically stop the Allied and Russian tanks from making it towards A. But then as soon as I get here, I realize, hang on, I'm in a Tiger 2, okay, and the Tiger 2 is actually very, very slow. So as soon as I enter this river, chances are I'm going to get hit from the side, and I'm not going to make it. So it's at exactly this moment I decided to reverse. And I'm thinking maybe I will go into a defensive position to the cliffs to the either side of me, either to the right or to the left. Alright? And as you'll see, this turned out to be the correct decision, guys. So if I were to go into the river, I would have definitely been shot. Now watch this. So I decide to turn around. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make it across that river. And down the bottom, there we go. There's an enemy inside A. And there it is, T-44. Bang. We got him. Knocked out his crew. So that guy would have most likely been able to kill us. And if there's one, there's bound to be more T-44s here somewhere. Now, generally, the Allied tanks and the Soviet tanks are a lot more maneuverable than the German tanks, and especially if you're, driving in a Tiger 2. You don't have maneuverability. It's in my best interest to try and keep the enemy at a distance. And there we go. We can see another T-44. Can you see him? He's on that ridge. Now I need to move up this ridge so I can get my gun on him. And there we go. He's knocked out. A friendly Yak Panther took him out. So those guys would have definitely killed me if I had chosen to cross that river. Now we can see somebody was shooting that cliff. And there we go. There's a friendly Tiger 2 H there. And again, there's a serious threat from the air as well. The Allies have really, really good ground attack planes, so we need to be mindful of air attack as well. So I'm just here trying to You know, basically sort of take in the situation. And that's a friendly Yak Panther. Now that's where I wanted to be. I wanted to be on that hill, but I wasn't fast enough. And it was a good thing that I realized that really early on and stopped. This central bridge up here is actually very important as well. And we have a friendly vehicle. I don't know what type of vehicle that is, but he's got that locked down. Now at this point I realize that the ACAP is still going down. So I call for the friendly teams to start defending the A point. Now there could very easily be somebody else in here, because the cap point stretches from our side of the town across our side of the river to the other side as well. I think there might be someone in there somewhere. There we go. You can see shooting. Traces to the right. Somebody just blew up. Panther 2 took out an IS-2, I believe, yeah. And I believe we're recapping now. There's artillery going out. And I can see someone there. So I decided to put a round through those buildings, trying to knock them down, so I can get eyes. But we're recapping it.
Follow me.
And that's a friendly Tiger 2H shooting. And I think he thinks that there's an enemy across the river as well. So he's knocking out buildings. But I can't see anyone. I have no eyes on any movements in the other side of the town. Again, that friendly Tiger 2 is shooting. But I think he's just shooting randomly now. Now, as I said, I have to keep an eye out to the top right hand side as well. That friendly is still alive.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Okay, so we recaptured A. Alright guys, so welcome back. They're pushing across that central bridge right there. You can see artillery being deployed. And there we go, we saw somebody shoot something. And another tank is being called out behind us, across the river, on the other side of A. There we go. We can see targets being called out on that bridge. There we go, and there it is. I can see a Lorraine 40T, French medium tank. And I can see that's the smoke from a friendly vehicle, I guess. That black smoke. So if that Lorraine 40T wanted to come down and cap A, he has to move through there. Or his other option is to move all the way to next to our spawn, basically, where that green flag is. So I'm trying to get ready, ranging the main cannon. So if he moves out, we can take a shot at him. And at the same time, I have to watch A as well. I don't see anyone. Just a friendly Panther 2. Now at the moment we're decapping B as well. So, but there's no sign of that Lorraine. I don't know where he went.
Need cover.
Now there's somebody calling for cover somewhere down there in those cliffs. But there's nothing I can do for them, guys. I'm not gonna get there even in the next 2 minutes, even if I started moving now. There we go, that Lorraine 40T took out the Tiger 2H. So that Lorraine, he's very fast. He's got a very good gun, and he's an autoloader as well. So he has to pop around there, exactly where I'm pointing the gun. And I'm trying to measure the distance early so I can get ready for him. Now, if he wants to come and attack A, which is what he should be doing, that is the objective of the game, he has to come through there, obviously, because he hasn't been coming down that front slope. So I need to prepare for him. At the same time, as I said, I need to watch out for air attack as well. But a really cool feature of War Thunder, guys, is that as soon as you move your tank through mud, dust, or whatever, your tank begins to get dirtier, basically. So at the moment you can see the barrel of the Tiger 2 is a little bit sort of sandy and muddy. So it kind of helps us as well. It gives us a bit of camouflage from the air. Okay guys, so welcome back. And there we go. A enemy T-44 took out a enemy Lorraine 40T. So I guess they're fighting. They're quarreling amongst each other. There we go. So just across that sand dune, an enemy T-44 knocked out an enemy Lorraine 40T. And there we go. We can see a plane sort of trying to make a strafing run on the other side of that sand dune. Now I have no idea if that was a friendly plane or if that was an allied or Russian plane. But what I'm certain of is that there is enemy tanks. And there we go, he just dropped a bomb. There we go, nice work. The Focke-Wulf 190A took out that T-44. Well done. There we go. So there's definitely tanks there that have managed to flank down from that that middle part, that middle ridge. So at the moment what I'm thinking is that everybody's been taken care of and I can move in. And there we go. Another T-44 shows up from there, from across that sand dune. So I take a shot and somehow it bounces off the front of a T-44. And I call for cover, I call for help, and I make sure that I let my friendly team know that there's somebody here behind us, basically. I ping the map so that everybody else has an idea. And there we go, the T-44 is calling artillery on top of me. So I need to begin to move. Now as soon as I move, he's gonna poke out because he knows I won't be able to shoot on the move. And I missed him. The round went just over the top of his tank. And he knows that his reload will probably be faster than mine, so he's going to take another shot. And there we go, he took out my track. Now the important thing is, guys, to remain calm. If you're in a situation like this, remain calm. So what I'm doing is I'm measuring my distances again. And we can see it's 250 meters. Now my gun was set for 500. That's why we missed him, guys. That's why the round flew over the top of his tank. So I move it down to 300. And we're ready for him. So we call for help again. And there we go. Did you see that tracer? A friendly tank fired on him. So now he's been basically looked at by two people. And there we go, he's responding. So I use my machine gun to basically try and point him out even more for other people. My other teammates. So they have an idea where this guy is. Now as soon as I start moving, move towards him, he knows I won't be able to shoot on the move because the gun will be bouncing up and down. So he will poke out. I stop the tank and I fire and I just ricochet on the front of his tank. I'm trying to angle the tank here, guys. Look. I'm trying to angle the turret and as well as the hull. And there we go. He hit my tracks again. So this is really, really good for me. More machine gun fire. Obviously the friendlies will see my tracer rounds. And there we go. We hit his cupola with the machine gun. Now I'm getting ready to take another shot. Completely missed him again. Now I'm trying to angle my turret, guys. Have a look. I'm wiggling the turret. Wiggling the turret. There we go. He bounced. And we knock him out. There we go. We knocked them out. Now, it's really, as I said, it's really, really important to remain calm in situations like this. And over here, over there in the chat, I type, I say to the enemy T-44, good fight, you know, because I actually enjoyed that fight, and he put up a decent fight. They managed to flank all the way around us, but at the end we managed to beat them basically. So we have a 17-second, 16-second repair time on the track, on the left track. Now, if I hadn't wiggled my turret on my hull, he probably would have killed us. So it's very important to angle. Now, guys, thank you so much for watching this video of War Thunder simulated tank battles. Please let me know if you would like to see more War Thunder tank simulator battles. Thank you so much for watching, and I sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.